What's up everyone, welcome to Ben's Car Reviews. I'm Ben and today we'll be dissecting the 2025 Chevy Tahoe. Let's get right into it with the chart. There are going to be 6 different trims for you to choose from for your 2025 Tahoe, ranging from the LS, supposedly starting about $61,000, and all the way up at the high country starting at about $80,000. Chevy, I'm not seeing specific numbers from them, although I am seeing numbers from other sources, but I only trust the real thing. So based off those and based off me wanting to guess high for you guys, these are the numbers I'm putting out there, but expect them to be a little different, hopefully a little lower. Engine options. Everything but the high country will come standard with the 5.3 liter V8, 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. The 6.2 is available on the RST Z71 and Premier, and the Z71 also can get the 3 liter diesel giving you 305 and 495. High country gives you standard 6.2 liter, and that engine gives you 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of power, a lot of fun driving this thing, I'm sure. Paired with a 10-speed auto, Z71 will be 4-wheel drive standard. The rest, they're just saying rear-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive capability, but again, not seeing specific things from Chevy yet, so definitely check that out once they do release that. MPGs, that 5.3 liter is not going to be great, but not the worst. 15 city, 20 highway, diesel's 21, 28, and then 6.2 gives you 1 less with 14 city. Real quick guys, your Ben's Car Reviews, there's no fluff, and we keep it under 10 minutes. If that's something that's intriguing to you, and you like this content as you watch, please like and subscribe, and I'll continue to go to the channel. Let's keep going. The Tahoe comes back with a slight refresh, and it's keeping it as one of the best looking large SUVs available right now. The Tahoe has always been designed very well for its time, and pairing that up with just how huge it is, it's a versatile vehicle, if you can afford it. One of the best things that Chevy does, in my opinion, is the visual separation of the trims, and this Tahoe isn't any different. It features new grills and fascias across all trim levels. I personally only want to buy a vehicle that has trim levels that are clearly different from each other. The headlight designs remain similar to the Silverado with a zigzagging daytime running light surrounding that main beam. There's also now an available walk-up and walk-away lighting animation that activates when you lock or unlock your doors. So a little cool touch there if you trim high enough. Rolling these things down the road, will be some very well designed wheels with some nice finishes, new available options on all trims. Massive 24-inch wheels will be available on the RST and high country trims, with a high level of detail within those wheels. But as far as standard, the LS will have 18-inch. LT is not listed on Chevy's site for right now that I can find, but expect them to be a little bigger than those 18s, maybe 20s. RST has 22 inches. Z71 will have 20-inch wrapped in all-terrain tires. Premier will have 20-inch, and the high country comes standard with 22s. All but that Z71 will be all-season tires. As far as color options go, Chevy delivers some good options, but I wish there was some more flashy ones to choose from, like a nicer blue, for example. The Tahoe lineup is available with superior mechanic features such as magnetic ride control and 4-corner air ride adaptive suspension, and you'll find that on the high country and Premier. Going for the off-road oriented Z71 will get the aggressive front end with a visible aluminum skid plate and red recovery hooks and a higher approach angle. The RST Performance Edition is a setup fueled for exceptional capability. With it, you'll get the 6.2 V8 with some extra power, 433 horsepower, 467 pound-feet, Chevy Performance induction and exhaust systems, Brembo heavy-duty front brakes, Torch red front and rear calipers, 60 to 0 mph braking and 133 feet. That is not a lot of space considering how big and heavy this thing is. Performance calibrated steering wheel and brake pedal feel. Police spec chassis, springs, dampers, and stabilizer bar. Lowered ride height. Police spec Firestone Firehawk Pursuit tires. And 20-inch high gloss black painted aluminum wheels. I've never made a video for a model where the term police spec is used. Pretty unique. On Premier and High Country, there's an available Auto Sense power liftgate. Automatically opens when you stand behind your vehicle with your key fob. In terms of choosing a best bang for your buck, I think the LS is my obvious choice. and I can make a case for the LT as well, given the exterior gets beautified nicely for the extra money. Bottom line, in order to get more standard performance or even available performance, you need to shell out a lot more money. I, for one, have the thought process of buying a higher trim for the sole reason of an appearance and not gaining performance is not the best way to spend. I can see the value in wanting the LT over the LS for the extra couple grand, since you also gain interior features, but I think this vehicle already being so expensive, just get the LS. It's a great vehicle, even though it's the bottom trim. Let's see what Chevy says you're getting on the interior. A super clean, super modern, and well-designed interior here from Chevy. Although the full specs aren't out yet, we know a lot about what's making this Tahoe special. A new standard infotainment screen will be a colossal 17.7-inch setup. I'm beyond thrilled to see that that's on all trims. It's about time you can spend upwards of $60K and not get a smaller screen just because it's a quote base model. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto capability, standard Google built-in, as well as 8 years of an OnStar subscription. If that isn't enough screen for you, paired up with it will be an 11-inch diagonal driver information center. There's an available 15-inch full-color heads-up display. There's a Bose Centerpoint surround sound 10-speaker system. There's an available advanced trailer view setup. Super Cruise is available on the LT, RST, Premier, and High Country. It has trailer capability, has lane centering to help you stay in your lane while driving hands-free, and you can choose between hands-free lane change on demand or automatic lane change. Just can't do that if you're towing. There's an available power center console. The LT will have leather, heated front seats, and standard wireless charging. Going with the Premium also gets high-end goodies like heated and ventilated front bucket seats, 12-way power seat adjusters, and heated second-row bucket seats, while being within a new sky cool gray color. The High Country features first and second row leather seating surfaces with perforated seat inserts, unique stitching and badging, and authentic wood decor. A monstrous 122.7 cubic feet of max cargo volume in this. Chevy will dish out some decent standard driver's assist, safety and technology features, and as always, many more the higher you buy. Overall, I think Chevy does a good job giving the lower trim some good standard features. I'll be curious to see the full list of specs once they're out. At least they all look good, and all have the big screen. Interview guys, if you're in the market for a giant SUV, such as this Tahoe, there are other options out there. It's big brother the Suburban, its cousin, the Yukon over there with GMC. If you want to go even higher end luxury with these giant SUVs, you can go for the Escalade, you can go for the Navigator, top trim Ford Expedition. But even the top trim here with the Tahoe, the High Country, even the Premier, is the more affordable way, believe it or not, to get a vehicle of this caliber with the luxury, but not be shelling out over $100,000 to get it. So I would actually recommend, if you're wanting a vehicle this size, this much capability, engine, all that the Tahoe is the one you go with if you want the higher end trim. If you want lower end trim, maybe check out the Suburban as well, or the Yukon, to give you a little more space, just a little bit more, and maybe you get some more features for a lower trim. It's definitely cross compare. I'll attach videos for those at the end of this if I have them. But overall, spend your money as well as you can if you're spending that much money. But if you go with this Tahoe, I think there's really no bad way to go about it. Even that base trim should be a great setup. Hopefully this video let things out away for you guys. Thank you for watching this Benz car review. Please subscribe if not already. If you want to do for a future review, drop in the comments. I'll see what I can do. If you'd like to become a member of the channel and have that option, check that out and join if you'd like. And I'll catch you on the next Benz car review.